You always hear about guys' dating experiences. Like I had a Plenty of Fish date that fucked up really bad.
Oh,
yeah.
you have to tell me about it.
Oh, no. Okay, all right. So I rocked up and this is before catfishing was a thing. You know what I mean? This is when catfishing was just like river monsters. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like very, very different. So I had a girl that rocked up and poor thing, she tried very hard. You know,
Yeah.
she was a really, really nice lady. I didn't really gel with her per se. She rocked up. She looked nothing like the photos. Okay, whatever. You might be a really nice person. Let's get to know each other. And I remember her wearing this like blue jumpsuit, like a full blue jumpsuit, kind of like a convict actually, kind of like your story, yeah. So she rocked up and I tried to strike a conversation with her and it seemed like she was kind of angling at me like, hey, so like after dinner, you know, we're not in the 50s anymore, dude. Like, why don't we go back to your house? I didn't want her to come back to my house. So we're over dinner and we have the dinner and I say, cool, can I get the check? And she just kind of stares at me and I'm like, holy fuck, I'm paying for both. I'm 18, I got no money, no problem. Swipe. I know, I ended up paying for shit. And she was like, okay, cool, this has been great. So where are we going now? This restaurant that we went to was actually attached to a bar, which all my mates were in the bar. Okay, so they're all hanging out there.
Yeah.
So I went, okay, I need you guys. I called up my mate from the bathroom. I said, Mikey, I need you to say something has happened to get me the fuck out of this day right now. He goes, okay, dude, no worries. Calls me up, says he's been in a car crash. And I'm like Leonardo DiCaprio if he had won an Oscar. You know what I mean? Like just, yeah, man, I'll be right there. Oh my God. Oh, like I probably like fabricated a bit. She's like, oh, poor thing, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, so I gotta go. And then I walk outside and then she's kind of like staring at me like this. She's like, okay, cool. So where you going? And I'm like, I didn't have my car at the time. I actually lived like a 10-minute walk, if that, up the road.
Oh, so you had walked to the date.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you didn't even have a
So I was worse than the convict at the time.
Yeah.
So I'm like ready to go back to my house and she's there. She's kind of like staring at me and I'm like, I had to make up this real quick, elaborate lie. So I'm like, my friend Mikey's mum lives across that over there.
Oh, because you didn't want. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, okay, I can give you a lift there. And I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
I can get there myself. I know it's a quick ride. It's right by the pub. We go here all the time. Don't worry. And I walk out there and there's a fucking paddock for like probably a K down just as a straight paddock. And I'm like,
no.
oh shit. And I'm like about to jump into the fence. I don't know if it's electric or not. Thank God it wasn't. But I was like, okay, this has been great. I'll call you in the morning. Okay, see ya. Go through the fence and I'm fucking walking through this thing. I look back and she's like holding her purse like this, just like, he'll go, yep, he's off to go and do a nice thing. I keep walking, do the thing, and I'm like, for fuck's sakes. And then it got dark enough that she left.
Yeah.
So I call the boys. I'm like, all right, I'm coming to the pub. I need a drink after this date. You know what I mean? I just created the elaborate lie.
Yeah.
So I went and had a drink with the boys. And then one of the boys comes out from after the bathroom, having met a lovely girl that night. I'm around the chick I was on the date. We're going, man, fucking, how are you? And oh my God.
No.
That was the girl I went on the date with. Yeah. And she was like, your friend isn't in a car crash. I went,
that is hilarious.
fuck it. Yeah, it is what it is. Next.